I was sipping my morning coffee when Aisha walked in, humming like everything was normal. "Morning, love," she said, brushing her hair behind her ear. "Morning," I replied, smiling. "You slept well?" "Perfectly," she said, plopping onto the couch. "You?" "Same," I said. I wanted to tell her how excited I was for our weekend plans, but something about her tone made me pause. "Are you okay? You seem off." She waved a hand. "Off? No, I'm fine." "Really?" I nodded, trying to believe her. Maybe it was nothing. Later, Zayn called me. "Hey, man, are you noticing anything weird with Aisha?" "What do you mean?" I asked, feeling defensive. "Little things. Phone calls she hides. She's been avoiding you. Trust me, I see patterns." I laughed. "Zayn, you're overthinking. She's my fiancée. I trust her." "Suit yourself," he muttered. "But keep your eyes open." When I hung up, I watched Aisha from the kitchen doorway. She was scrolling on her phone, lips pressing together, almost secretive. "Who's that?" I asked. "Just a friend," she said too quickly. I wanted to push, to demand names, but I swallowed it. The house felt too quiet, like it was holding its breath. "By the way," she said, looking up suddenly, "I have a little trip coming up." "A trip?" My heart jumped. "Where? When?" "Oh, just for a few days." "Work thing," she said, waving it off. "Nothing important." "Work thing?" I repeated. "You didn't mention anything." She smiled, that practiced calm she always used. "I didn't want to bother you." "You're busy." I hesitated, trying to read her expression. Something in her eyes flickered, but she covered it. "Okay, if you say so." That night, I talked to Zayn again. "She mentioned a trip," I said. Zayn whistled. Work thing. Are you sure?" "I trust her," I said, but my voice lacked conviction. "Man, trust is good, but notice actions too. Pay attention." I wanted to argue but didn't. Something gnawed at me, a tiny itch of doubt I couldn't scratch. The next morning, Aisha kissed me before leaving. "Don't wait up," she said. Her bag looked heavier than normal, her smile just a little too wide. "Don't wait up." I repeated quietly to myself. I watched her leave, feeling a strange chill. Was I imagining it, or had our perfect world already begun to crack? I told myself I was overreacting. Maybe Zayn was just being dramatic. Maybe she really was going on a simple work trip. But deep down, a small voice whispered, "Something is wrong." And for the first time, I wondered if I really knew the woman I was about to spend my life with. Aisha was packing her bag when I came into the bedroom. "You really have to go?" I asked, trying to keep my voice calm. "Yeah, just a quick work trip." "Only a week," she said, zipping her suitcase. "Don't worry, I'll call every day." "I will worry," I muttered. "You didn't tell me anything until now." She paused, looked at me, and smiled. "I didn't want to bother you. You've got so much on your plate." I nodded, but unease knotted my stomach. "Okay, if you say so." She kissed me quickly. "See you in a week, love." "Don't wait up." "Don't wait up." I echoed. She left before I could say more. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about the quick hug, the sudden trip, the way she avoided my questions. My phone buzzed. "Zayn." "Hey," I said, voice low. "She's really leaving tomorrow." "I know," he replied. "Didn't I tell you?" "Watch closely, man. Something's off." "Maybe I'm paranoid," I said. "It's just work." "Work doesn't usually vanish without a heads up." "Check her stuff." I didn't, not yet. I tried convincing myself it was normal. The next day, I stayed in the apartment while she left. I noticed things immediately: her perfume bottle missing from the dresser, receipts I didn't recognize in the trash, and small charges on our shared card I couldn't explain. I called my mother, hoping for comfort. "Mom. I don't know. Something feels wrong." "What is it, Beta?" she asked softly. "It's Aisha. She left for work, but I don't know. I feel uneasy. Things are missing. Receipts. Charges. My trust." My voice cracked. "Calm down. You're observing. That's good. Just take notes, don't panic," she said. "You'll figure this out." Her words helped, slightly. But I couldn't shake the dread. A few days later, I saw Naveed, one of Aisha's colleagues, in the lobby. I swallowed my hesitation. "Hey, Naveed. Quick question, did Aisha tell you she's traveling?" He blinked, stiffened. Yeah, she mentioned something." "For work?" He hesitated. "Yeah, that's what she said." Something in his tone made me suspicious. "Everything okay?" "Fine," he said quickly, avoiding my eyes, and walked away. I frowned. Why did he seem nervous? That evening, I couldn't resist checking her phone while she was away. A message popped up accidentally on the screen: "Can't wait to see you again," with no name. My heart skipped. I threw the phone down. "What the hell is this?" I whispered. Zayn called again. "Found something?" "I think." I don't want to believe it, but, my voice faltered. "Man, trust your gut. Something is definitely off." I stared at the empty apartment. Silence pressed against me, heavier than ever. The bed she slept in, the coffee mug she always left out, everything felt like a reminder of absence, of secrets, of lies I hadn't imagined yet. I couldn't sleep again. Each creak of the floor, each distant car horn, made me jump. My mind replayed that message, Naveed's tone, the missing items. By the fourth day, anxiety had replaced the calm I once had. I whispered to myself, pacing the living room, "Something is seriously wrong, something is very wrong." And for the first time, I wondered if my perfect illusion of her, and of us, was about to shatter. I couldn't breathe when I saw it. A folder on her laptop, left open by mistake. Pictures, messages, hotel bookings, all of them pointing to one thing: Aisha hadn't gone on a work trip. She'd gone with Rohail. I dialed Zayn immediately. "Zayn. I found something." "Slow down, man. What is it?" She's with him." "Rohail. Not work." She lied, every single word. There was silence on the line. Then Zayn said softly, "I told you. I warned you. I'm so sorry, man. I can't believe this," I whispered, sinking onto the couch. "I trusted her. I loved her." "You still do," Zayn said. "It's okay to feel that. But don't let it destroy you." I can't think straight. How could she? We had plans, our life, our house, everything. My hands shook. And he was supposed to be history. Why now? "Breathe," Zayn said firmly. "You're allowed to be angry, but you're not powerless. You're smarter than this." "I feel broken," I admitted, staring at the floor. "I can't eat, can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see them together. Smiling, laughing, like I never existed." "Don't shut me out," Zayn urged. "Talk to me. Cry if you have to." I did. I poured everything into the phone, telling him about the receipts, the charges, the messages, the hotel confirmations. "It's like my whole life was a lie," I said, voice breaking. I know, he said quietly. But listen. You're alive. You're not ruined. You're angry, yes, but that can give you strength, not just pain. I wiped my tears, taking shaky breaths. I keep replaying our conversations. Every lie she told me, the little white ones, the smiles. I feel stupid. I feel blind. You're not blind. She was good at hiding herself. That's on her, not you. I keep asking myself, was I enough? Did I fail somewhere? Did I miss something? My voice cracked again. I thought we were perfect together. Perfect doesn't exist, man. Real people lie, cheat, betray. That's life. But you can rise from it. I stared at the photos again, my stomach twisting. I want to scream. I want to punch something. I want to disappear. I can't. Everywhere I look, I see her. Hear her. Even in my sleep, I dream of them. Let it out, man, Zane said. You're not weak for feeling this. Just, don't let it define you. You'll get through it. I promise. I hope. I hope you're right, I whispered. I don't know if I can ever trust anyone again. You will, Zane said softly. Just not yet. Take it one day at a time. Start with yourself first. I nodded, even though he couldn't see me. My hands trembled, my heart ached, but hearing his voice grounded me. For the first time since discovering the truth, I felt a sliver of clarity among the chaos. I'll try, I whispered. You'll do more than try, Zane said. You'll rise. And for the first time in days, I dared to imagine a life where heartbreak didn't break me completely. I unlocked the door, expecting the familiar warmth of our home. Instead, I found silence and emptiness. Aisha? I called, my voice trembling. No reply. I stepped inside, heart pounding. Drawers were empty, the couch bare, the fridge nearly clean. What the hell? I whispered, panic rising. I grabbed my phone and checked our accounts. My stomach sank. Everything, gone. Drained. How? Why? I called Zane. It's bad, I said immediately. She took everything. The house, the money, she and Rohale, they're gone. Shit, he said softly. Are you okay? Okay. No, I'm not. My voice broke. I don't even know where to start. Start with shelter. Sleep somewhere safe. Then breathe. Then we deal with the rest. I nodded, even though he couldn't see me. I grabbed my bag and went to my mother's place. She opened the door, worry etched on her face. Beta? What happened? They took everything, Ma. House, money, my stuff. Aisha and Rohale, they're gone. My voice cracked. Oh, Beta, she said, hugging me. We'll figure this out. You're not alone. I sank onto the couch, my hands shaking. I feel lost. Abandoned. Everything I thought was stable, gone. You're strong, she said gently. We'll call Salman. He can help you understand your rights. I nodded. A few minutes later, my lawyer friend Salman was on speakerphone. Listen, he said, voice calm and practical. They can't legally take your house or money without consequences. We need to file immediately. Document everything. I don't even know where to start, I admitted. Start with the accounts. Then the house. Gather any proof, messages, receipts, emails. We'll move fast. You can get back control. I swallowed, trying to steady myself. And if they've covered their tracks. Then we dig deeper. There's always a way. Hearing his voice, I felt the tiniest spark of hope. Not enough to heal, but enough to plan. That night, I sat alone in my mother's guest room. The walls felt like they were closing in. I whispered to myself, I can't let this break me. I won't let them win. The images of our empty home, the missing furniture, the drained accounts, they kept flashing through my mind. Every memory of Aisha laughing, cooking, lying to me, it stung like fire. I called Zayn again. I'm starting to understand what I have to do, I said. Good, he said. Don't rush, but don't delay either. You're stronger than you think. I'll do it, I whispered. I'll get everything back. Not just the money, not just the house, my life. He paused. And your peace of mind. That's the most important part. I nodded, staring at the dark ceiling. I felt hollow, betrayed, but underneath it, something new stirred, determination. Pain was real, yes, but so was resolve. I clenched my fists. I won't be broken forever. They've taken a lot, but not everything. And in that silent, lonely room, I made my first vow, I would rise, and I would make them regret underestimating me. I stared at my laptop, blinking at the screen full of receipts, messages, and transactions. I can't just let this go, I muttered. Zayn's voice crackled over the phone. Take a breath, man. Your wound too tight. Think before you act. I can't think calmly, Zayn. I snapped, running my hands through my hair. They've stolen everything. My home, my money, my life. Exactly why you need a plan, he said firmly. Don't rush. One mistake, and you lose control completely. I groaned. I've tried patience. Waiting feels like letting them win. I can't sit idle while they live in comfort. Then use your anger smartly, he said. Observe. Collect. Plan. Don't act blindly. I chewed my lip. He was right, but I hated being patient. My mind raced, tracking accounts, checking locations, comparing photos. Every detail mattered. I found something, I whispered, scrolling through flight itineraries and hotel bookings. They're in Karachi next week. Rohail's name comes up in the booking. Perfect, Zayn said quietly. Now you don't have to guess. But wait. Watch, observe. Don't confront yet. I can't just wait, I said, my chest tightening. Every second feels like they're mocking me. You'll have time, he said. You'll get your chance, but you need leverage. Don't give them an excuse to disappear further. I paced the small room, whispering to myself. Leverage, evidence. I need proof, everything. I picked up my phone and began cross-referencing photos, timestamps, receipts. My vision blurred from sleepless nights, but I couldn't stop. Man, are you sleeping at all? Zayn asked after an hour. Sleep? Who has time for sleep? I snapped. Every detail matters. I can't miss anything. You're turning obsession into blind spots, he said. Don't let anger cloud judgment. Patience is power. I'm not sure I can wait, I muttered. My mind kept replaying Aisha's smile, Rohail's smug face. The betrayal burned so hot I felt like my chest might split open. Then write it down, Zayn said calmly. Every movement, every receipt, every lie. Track. Plan. You'll strike when the time is right. Not before. I sank onto the couch, exhaustion and fury battling inside me. I don't know if I have the patience, I admitted. You do, he said. You just need to remember, revenge isn't just emotion, it's precision. Wait for the right moment, and it'll be devastating. I clenched my fists, staring at their photos on my screen. My mind sharpened, plotting silently. I could almost see the moment I'd confront them, hear their excuses, watch their confidence crumble. "I found their hotel," I whispered, almost to myself. "They leave tomorrow." I could go. I could face them. "Not yet," Zane warned. "Observe first. Gather everything. Be smarter than them. Then act." I exhaled slowly, my heartbeat loud in the quiet room. I wanted to scream, to charge in, to tear them apart with words. But Zane's calm voice grounded me, keeping my rage from spilling too early. I can wait," I whispered reluctantly. But just barely. A tiny spark of control lit inside me. I was angry, betrayed, and hurt, but now, for the first time, I felt a plan forming. And I knew, the moment I discovered their exact location, my chance to confront them was finally coming. I walked into the hotel lobby, my chest tight, palms clammy. I saw them, Aisha laughing, Rohail leaning close, smirking. I stopped a few steps away, letting them think I hadn't noticed. "I can't believe we pulled this off so smoothly," Rohail said, grinning. Aisha tilted her head, smiling faintly. "We just have to be careful. One slip." I cleared my throat loudly, and they both froze. Aisha's smile faltered. "Oh, you're here." "I am," I said calmly, voice steady. "Hello, Rohail." He blinked, clearly surprised. Hey." I didn't move closer. I let my presence fill the space, letting the tension build. "I see you're enjoying your little vacation," I said, glancing at their drinks. It's just a getaway," Aisha said, trying to sound casual. "Just a getaway," I repeated slowly. "Funny, I saw the receipts, the bookings, everything points to you being together, not working." Her eyes flicked to Rohail. "It's complicated," she said softly. "I didn't mean." "You didn't mean." I leaned slightly, letting the weight of my stare speak. "You didn't mean to lie to me, to steal everything I worked for, to erase my life for him." Rohail laughed, nervously, a little too loud. "Come on, it's not like that. She chose me, okay? She chose you," I said flatly, voice sharp. "And what about my life, my home, my trust? Was that nothing?" It's complicated," Aisha repeated, but this time her voice wavered. "Complicated?" I shook my head. "You made it simple. You took what you wanted. And you didn't even have the decency to tell me." Rohail stepped closer. "Hey, man, calm down. We didn't." "Don't," I said, my voice low but icy. "You're not scaring me. Not anymore." Aisha's hands trembled slightly as she adjusted her bag. I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't want to hurt you." "Hurt me?" I laughed bitterly. "You destroyed me. Do you even hear yourself?" Rohail glanced at her, then back at me. "We thought you'd understand, eventually." "Understand?" I repeated, voice rising. "There's nothing to understand. You lied, you cheated, and you left me to clean up the wreckage of a life I built with you. That's it." Aisha looked down, silent. Rohail's smirk faltered. I took a step back, letting the tension linger. "I'm not done. Not yet. But I'm watching. Every move. Every lie. And when the time comes, I will act, with precision, not blind rage." They swallowed, sensing the weight in my words. I turned toward the exit, letting them stew in their guilt and fear. My heart pounded, but my mind was calm, sharp. I had the upper hand now, information, awareness, control. Outside, I exhaled slowly. This confrontation wasn't revenge yet, but it was the beginning. They had shown their hand. I had seen the truth. And now, the game had officially started. I sat at my new apartment, staring at the blank wall, feeling lighter. Lighter than I had in weeks. Zane's voice came through my phone speaker. "You're really doing it, man. I can hear it in your voice. You're moving forward." "I have to," I said, leaning back. "I can't stay broken forever. Every day I dwell on them is a day I waste." "You're not just moving forward. You're rising. And that's what matters." I smiled faintly. "I found a job. Nothing fancy, but it pays. Enough to live, enough to start again." "That's huge," Zane said. "And your own place?" "Yes," I replied. "No empty rooms reminding me of lies. I can breathe here. I can think." "Good. Surround yourself with people who lift you, not drag you back." I nodded, though he couldn't see me. "I've been seeing Amna almost every day. She keeps me grounded. And you, of course. Glad to be part of your support system," he said. "But tell me, what's next?" "What's next?" I whispered, tapping my fingers on the table. "I want them to feel consequences. Quietly, strategically. I'm not acting impulsively like before. I gather evidence, document everything. Soon, the truth about Aisha and Rohail will be out there. No theatrics, just facts. People will see who they really are." Zane's voice softened. "Patience. You're stronger now. Don't let anger push you to mistakes. Let intelligence guide you." "I'm learning," I admitted. "Every small victory feels empowering. Paying bills on my own, cooking my meals, sleeping without dread, these are wins I never thought mattered." "And they do," Zane said. "They're proof you're rebuilding, not just surviving." I looked around my apartment, seeing the boxes I'd unpacked, the small desk I'd bought. Each item felt like a step away from the past. "I even joined a gym," I said, almost laughing. "Physical strength for mental strength. Who knew?" "You're reinventing yourself," Zane said. "And that's the best revenge of all." I smiled, remembering the hotel lobby, Aisha's faltering smile, Rohail's arrogance. One day, they'll see me thriving. They'll see I didn't crumble. That my life didn't end with their betrayal. They'll regret underestimating me. "Exactly," Zane said. "And you'll be ready. Calm, prepared, unstoppable." I exhaled slowly, savoring the moment. The first real peace I'd felt since discovering their lies. Not complete healing, but a beginning. A rise from the ashes. I took out my laptop and reviewed my files on Aisha and Rohail. Every document, every message, every photo meticulously organized. "Soon," I whispered. "Soon, justice won't be abstract. It will be real." Zane chuckled softly. "And in the meantime, keep living. Every day you thrive, every day you smile, that's your power." "I will," I said, determination in my voice. "This is just the start. I'm not the same man they tried to break. I'm stronger, wiser, free." And in that quiet apartment, surrounded by small but tangible victories, I felt it, the first real taste of my rise, a life reclaimed, a dignity restored. I sat in my apartment, coffee in hand, scrolling through news updates and social feeds. I didn't need to intervene directly, time and truth were doing the work for me. Zane's voice came through the speakerphone. "You're watching the dominoes fall, huh?" "I am," I said quietly. "It's strange, satisfying, but also heavy. I never imagined I'd feel this calm watching their world crumble." "Calm is good," he said. "Means you're not burning with blind rage anymore. You're observing, learning. I found out a few people they scammed for quick money are starting to speak up," I said. "Rohail's arrogance, it's backfiring. Aisha's lies to her friends are catching up. Every little deceit is unraveling. You're seeing consequences without lifting a finger, Zane said, almost amused. I nodded, staring at the screen. I can't help but think about the irony. They tried to erase me, but their own mistakes are doing the undoing. Karma. I guess. Aisha's voice came through a video I stumbled on, her tone shaky, defensive. I didn't mean for anything to get out. It's complicated. Rohail snapped back, anger flaring. Complicated? You dragged me into this mess. You promised me control, and now everything's falling apart. I couldn't help a small, bitter laugh. They're fighting, blaming each other, panic in their eyes, just like I felt. Zane said softly, that's the difference now. You're observing from a place of power, not pain. I swallowed. Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? I used to think revenge meant confrontation. Now, watching the truth surface, it feels more real. More satisfying. You're growing, Zane said. You're learning patience, restraint, self-control. That's the true victory. I sighed. I still feel a twinge of sadness. Not for them, exactly, for what we were, what I lost. Trust, love, my illusions. But I can feel myself letting it go. Good, he said. Let go. Let karma do its job. You're free from carrying the burden yourself. I glanced around my apartment, my new place, my life slowly rebuilt, friends who supported me. I smiled faintly. I never imagined I could feel at peace while they're unraveling. But it's not joy. It's quiet acknowledgement. Life balances itself sometimes. Exactly, Zane said. You didn't have to fight for this. You just had to survive, grow, and stay true to yourself. They don't even know I'm watching, I murmured, almost to myself. Every lie, every misstep, it's their own doing. And I get to witness it without stooping to their level. Zane chuckled softly. That's power. Not cruelty, not vengeance. Just life showing its consequences. I exhaled slowly, letting the tension drain from my shoulders. I've learned so much, about trust, resilience, patience. About myself. I can move forward now, without anger dictating my choices. And that's the point, Zane said. You've reclaimed your life. Karma just caught up with them. I nodded, looking out the window at the city below. It's quiet. Not loud, not vindictive. But it feels right. Balance restored, in its own way. And for the first time in months, I felt genuinely free. I sat on my balcony, the evening breeze brushing my face. The city lights blinked below, indifferent to the chaos that had once consumed my life. Zane's voice buzzed softly through my phone speaker. You're quiet tonight. Reflecting? I guess I am, I said, watching a car pass on the street. It's strange. I feel lighter. Like the weight I carried for months has finally lifted. That's good, he said. You've earned it. You've rebuilt, and you've grown. I smiled faintly. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm grateful for everything, even the betrayal. It taught me who I am, what I can endure. See? That's the strength I always knew you had, Zane said. You've transformed, not just survived. I leaned back in my chair. Watching Aisha and Rohail face the consequences, it wasn't about revenge. It was observation. I didn't have to stoop to their level. Karma, life, whatever you want to call it, handled itself. You did your part, Zane said. You stayed focused, stayed true. That counts more than anything. I chuckled softly. Funny, isn't it? I obsessed over anger and betrayal for weeks, and now, peace feels more satisfying than revenge ever could. You've gained perspective, he said. That's priceless. I've rebuilt my life, I said quietly. A new apartment, a stable job, friends who genuinely care. I'm independent. I'm free. And stronger, Zane added. Emotionally, mentally, completely. I stared at the horizon. I still feel echoes of pain sometimes. Memories of what was lost, what I trusted blindly. But it doesn't hurt the way it did. It's perspective. Lessons learned. Exactly, Zane said. Pain without growth is suffering. You turned it into strength. I smiled, feeling a calm warmth settle in my chest. You were right, Zane. Patience, observation, focus, that's what made the difference. I could have reacted impulsively, destroyed myself in the process. Instead, I rose. And you'll keep rising, he said firmly. This is just the beginning. I nodded, even though he couldn't see me. I'm ready for it. Life without fear, without obsession over betrayal. I can trust again, cautiously, but I can live fully. And that's the transformation, Zane said. From heartbreak to resilience, from loss to empowerment. I'm proud of myself, I admitted, voice soft. Not because I outsmarted them, not because they suffered, but because I didn't let them define me. I reclaimed my life. And you've done it beautifully, Zane said. You're free, strong, and aware. That's victory. I exhaled, letting the tension of the past months dissolve. I've learned patience, trust, self-worth, and that life balances itself. I'll never forget what happened, but I won't carry it as a burden. Zane's voice softened. That's all any of us can do. Learn, grow, and keep moving. I looked out over the city once more. The lights shimmered like scattered stars, indifferent, yet comforting. Yes, I whispered. I will move. I will live. I will rise. And in that quiet moment, I realized it, this was my life now. Stronger, wiser, whole. I had endured, transformed, and finally, I was free.